Hello everyone. So today we'll talk about XR communities. We'll try to define what is a communities and explain what we have done for the past year because communities has been growing and growing. So it's a feedback and experience return for the last few months. It's okay? We can start? Okay.
Je change? All right.
Okay. So communities, it's a generic term, so we'll try to define from global to local. What is a global community, global association, and a local community? Barbara, do you want to talk about it?
Right. So I think we can start with the Virtual Worlds Association. If you haven't heard about them, it's actually pretty new. It's from last year. Virtual World Association is the bridge between the industrial companies and academia and the European Commission. So they gently force for to enhance the economy and society at a European scale. So you can meet them at the booth M16 if you want. And in this constellation, so there is the Virtual World Association, but not the only one. We have also European association like EuroXR, and at more national or regional scale, and even national, we have CNXR, for example, for France, that represents the French community. And also it exists standardization innovatives for, standardization with ISO or W3C. And so if we take the example of EuroXR, the association, to compare with us, because we are more like a local community, not a structured association. But EuroXR exists since, for more than 15 years. And they organize a scientific conference, summer school, industrial workshop, and so on. And for that, they need time and they need workforce, for organization, presentation. And also, as they need support on this action, they are always, looking for new members, which compare us with different feature like the agility. So for them, it's less easy to organize an event. For us, we can, if we want, organize something in 3 weeks. We don't need a lot of organization. Also, the focus is for them maybe a bit low for administrative tasks and such thing. And also for the member mindset, because the member, as they are paying a membership, they have the right to ask, okay, so what I'm paying for, what I'm attending, and I can disagree or not being happy with the content, which is not our case. So it's a bit lightweight. It's better. We try to do our best and do really good quality anyway. And our purpose as a local XR community, the objective is to spread the information, spread the word on what each other can see at Central Hub events. So, for example, here it's the Laval Virtual Days, which happened lately this year at Bercy. And so we can spread the word at our community about CES and other information we can get from there. And we are really centered for human first, very proxy networking. And for sure, we want that everyone can keep informed with the current trend in the XR technologies. So now we're going to present how each other are actually managing our community and events. So maybe Thomas, you can tell us more about you. About RenXR.
Yeah, thank you, Barbara. I'm organizing RenXR, and the idea is to give you a few statistics and few information regarding what we have done so far, and especially this year, because maybe some of you know it. We were at the exact same place the last year, just to spread the word and to make the whole community grow and maybe for creating new communities. it does work because Barbara is here this year. And what I want to do, especially for RenXR, is to give you a few statistics and a feedback for the last year. Okay, so we founded on 2022. We're organizing only 2 conferences each year, every semester. And these are conferences like there are people coming, talking about their business, their favorite subjects, stuff like this. The topics that were held in our conference were the metaverse. We also talk about Apple Vision Pro. We talk about LBVR, developing VR for fun, like crafting VR basically. And the last conference that we have organized is building XR hardware, because we are very proud to have 2 companies in Rennes which are building XR hardware. So we have invited them and they are talk about what they were doing. So our meetups, our conference are for 30 to 50 participants. Not that much, but that's a small amount of people. They are mostly entrepreneurs, enthusiasts, and students. And this is our founding principle. This is free, and this will always be free. Like I said, the statistics, we are existing for 3 years. We have organized 6 meetups so far. We are organizing a meetup every 6 months. We have had 120 different participants. There are 80% male and 60% female. And that's like roughly 160 participants. We have had 9 people which were coming to our meetups talking about their business or their topic. And mostly, what is the most interesting is the last line. Actually, we have spent no euros organizing this conference. We have asked for no money. This is free entrance, no sponsors, and this is 100 crafted. Few images about our last conferences, just to show you that these are real people coming to speak about real things on a virtual subject. That was RenXR. That was my feedback for the last year. Now I'll give you the mic.
Yeah, thank you very much. So we'll talk about Paris XR. The clicker.
Sorry.
So it has been organized by me, myself, Vincent Guigui, Benjamin Rocker, and at some point Anka. And as every community, we have some leaders, and sometimes there are some conflicts, and people are leaving. So it's a life of a community and a leader of community to have new joiner and people leaving. We are doing monthly meetup. It's more helping passionate people in XR to meet together. When I say passionate, can be technical people, developer, could be designer, storyteller, producer, freelancer, any sector, any activities, except users. I think that's one of the communities, not audience that is not part of the community. It's a simple user of XR. Here it's more we are creator of XR experience. So we have entrepreneur, student, creator. We start with 10 people. Now we have regularly 50 people on every occurrence, which is nice. And 50 is the maximum we can afford in the place we are having. So it's a bar and there is a physical limit. So we have this glass ceiling, and maybe we'll find a way to have a bigger place next time to host more people. Every time we try to have 2 or 3 speakers. So passionate people that want to express, demonstrate something. They learn a new technologies, they want to showcase a product, a feature, experience feedback. So we try to have this every time, except during the summer. Summer we just drink because we are thirsty. We have almost 250 new members since last year, which is nice. So on meetup.com. And at some point we did some exclusive conference at Unity. So on the Unity offices in Paris and Faber Novel, more in the morning. This is one of the specific of a meetup. It's either an after work, when it's more individuals that are coming, and in the morning it's more business oriented. But you can correct me. Networking, demonstration, knowledge sharing. This is the main element of Paris XR. Every month, we had some discussion about smart glass, AI, impact of AI for developers, for example, mobile AR. We try to talk about everything. Next month, this month, on Tuesday, 16th of April, we'll talk about WebXR and open source technologies. So if you are from Paris, please join the event. So we were less than 20 people. Now we are 50 people, which is nice in less than 1.5 years. Very, very interesting to see the growth. We have a kernel, a core group of people coming every time, plus some extra that is coming every 2 months or every 3 months. Bordeaux XR, Barbara, do you want to talk about you?
Sure. Like Thomas said, we are actually the newbie in the XR community, local XR communities, because we started to gather the Bordeaux XR after the last Laval Virtual last year. And we are 4 to organize these meetups. Rémi, Barbara, so me, Light, and François. And then I'm going to show you how we tried many diverse kind of event. We tried to not do the same thing each time, like everyone. So we tried different ways, and we wanted to try to gather everyone each 2 months. So. Maybe we're gonna talk about it after, but for sure it's a kind of frequency of big frequency. And at this event we can see talks, demo, and for sure networkings. So if I can show you, for example, the first one we did in June was the first one just to meet and greet to see if actually it can interest experts, enthusiasts, and also pro experts in Bordeaux, because we wanted to have this community to be really targeting pro. So that's why we wanted to be only on LinkedIn, for example, things like that. And we were really surprised because it did really goes well. We had 40 people at this first event. With a presentation, people could did some flash presentation to present themselves, and then we wanted to do on the topic of research, because in Bordeaux we have lots of lab working on the XR topics, and it has been also very successful, and we had the chance to have researchers and professors showing what they do at their labs and the topics on what they are working on. And also we're super happy about this event, because from there we had a little success story, because one of the students who attend regularly the meetup, Angela, she got an internship at the INRIA laboratory after that. So we are pretty happy about this news. And then we wanted to have the topic of gaming. And for that, we had a chance to do the meetup actually at EVA, the eSport virtual arena. So we get a chance to as you can see, have several talks about gaming. Calanque came to actually explain how it works to develop XR games with Meta and so on. And we had the chance to test LBVR at this event. And then at the beginning of the year, we just wanted to do something chill. So we were thinking maybe just why not talk about the look back of 2025 and what could be the perspective and what's actually the committee is wanting to see in 2026, what gonna be the exciting content they are about. And lately, so last month, we did the meetup at EPSI. So we did it in a school, engineering school, and for that we wanted to do like a TED talk, like with inspiring messages around the XR topics. And lately, just something we do with our community, we wanted between meetups to promote actually actors in the community, so from LinkedIn. So we met directly at the company, so Mixed, Eva, and Izar, and to promote them in our LinkedIn.
It's back to me now. So last year, at the beginning of XR, Paris XR, at some point, some people from other cities went to the event, and we said, oh, we should do something that is cross-border, not global internationally, but more national, because there are some people from Lille, Lyon, that are interested in Meetup. So just after the creation of Paris XR, we created a XR France community. Mainly, it's a Discord and a LinkedIn page where people can register, access to new events, and we try to use XR France as a hub to promote event and communication. So it's organized by me, Benjamin, Arthur, Morgan, Anka, which are moderator of the Discord, and having their own local event. So in 2025, last year we were 300 people, now we are 530 people on Discord. On LinkedIn, it's like multiplied by 20, which is nice, so nice growth. It's a hub for everyone to access the list of events happening locally in the local cities, to do some networking. We are sharing some job opportunities also. We are doing a job of collecting job offer and showcasing them. If you are looking for a job, we can just tag XR France and we'll relay your profile. So trying to help people and be open for the XR community. So far, more than 200 job offers have been posted on XR France. If you want to register, there is a QR code for the LinkedIn as a Discord. We are a nice community, very welcoming. In terms of the stat of the followers, so grows quite regularly across the months. Maybe every time there is an event, a national event, XR France get a bit of spike. In terms of profile, not a lot of VP and CTO and so on. It's more student, freelancer, consultant, a bit of decider or director, but mainly people that are wanted to be connected. A director or CTO may not want to be connected to the community. You just want to work and get some business done. At least for XR France, it's more individuals that are registering on their own on the platform. In fact, there is not only Bordeaux XR, Rennes XR, and Paris XR. There is also Lyon XR, Web XR. It's more virtual community about Web XR technologies. There is Nantes XR, there is Lille XR. So a lot of community, and each one is different. I know that Lille XR are just doing drink and after work just for sharing a drink. There is no presentation, no speaker. Just anyone that want to be there, come at this time, it will be okay. Sometimes it's 5 people, sometimes it's 10 people. Some meetup are more organized or more structured, but in fact, it depends on the community, the local community, what the audience wants in this city, and the community and community leader will adapt to the audience. So we are not doing it for ourselves, we are doing it for you. And if tomorrow, if you want to launch your own community, just tell us and we may be able to help you, give you advice. And the more easiest way to start is just to give an appointment, a rendezvous on LinkedIn saying, this time, this bar, this day, let's meet. I think we are a bit in advance, but it's okay. What is the initial impulsion? Why did you create Rennes XR or Bordeaux XR? What was the motivation at first?
Yeah, we'll start. Actually, I'm kind of an enthusiast in XR, and I wanted to share that passion with the people that were around me. So this is why I've initiated a discussion regarding, at the time, the big thing was the metaverse. So we talked with few people in the bar regarding that topic, and people were also enthusiasts like me. So I said, so let's go. We will organize more events like this, and things became more and more serious. Like I could see that there were people that were coming for business reasons. So I asked them to present what they were doing, and so that went like this. That was the initial impulsion for RenXR.
And for you, for Bordeaux, what was the motivation?
So as I said earlier, we just started after Laval Virtual of last year. And I think we've been inspired by everything you did already, RenXR, Paris XR, and we were willing to see if impulsion was also for Bordeaux XR. And as I presented, we are 4 to organize that in Bordeaux, and we have been really successful at the first meet and greet. So that was the impulsion to see if Bordeaux XR was also a thing. And actually, lots of people were asking, oh, maybe we can get her. And lots of people say, oh, thank you to organize this kind of event, because sometimes we don't have time. We didn't imagine to get her everyone. And also, they were saying that I was never thinking about maybe doing like an after work with the competitors from Bordeaux, but actually they are really happy to do that, and you can the networking can bring many good collaboration, and it helps to keep information about the trends in XR, so technology, so great.
Right. In fact, the Paris XR meetup exists for like 7 years. So if you go on meetup.com, the history of Paris XR is quite old, but after the COVID, every event disappeared. So in Paris, there was no more community event. There was the big conferences, but no more community to meet other people or other peers. At some point, we say, oh, we can meet. We have to do a conference, complex to do. And we say, oh, just meet in a bar. And that was a reboot of the Paris XR 1.5 years ago, just to meet in a bar. And we had more than 10 people the first time. It was very interesting to see people very grateful for this event. Say, oh, it's nice to see other people. I'm not alone and sad because XR and Metaverse are not working well, or I can't find a job. I see other people and I start doing connection and networking, and it grows along the year or the months at least.
Yeah, I want to add something to this. Can you show the previous slide where all the logos of the... Yeah. Actually, before last year, all those communities were not existing at all. I just want to say that maybe that the conference that we have organized the last year has produced something, because what was our dream was to share our passion, but also create new communities. Barbara's community is 1 year old, and that's a big success. That I just wanted to add this because it was
birthday.
unexpected.
Happy birthday, Barbara.
Yeah.
But yeah, some community, for example, I think Lille XR, there is no meetup pages. It's just a Facebook with an announce, and it's going well. Lyon XR also, I think there is a page, but it was more the moderator of Lyon XR that just posts something on his personal page, personal feed, and you get people like this. You don't need to structure the community with a proper website and so on. We don't have community websites. It's a Discord, it's a Rennes XR page, Bordeaux XR page on LinkedIn, but that's enough to collect an audience, and it could be also done on your own name. It would work also. You have your own network. In terms of, you want to add something?
I wanted to talk about something that actually each of us can give its mind on that, but we just wanted to also say that, so for example, for Bordeaux XR, we have been forced to be motivated to actually join forces and give time and lots of work to make this work. And also personal finance, because we wanted to for each networking to have something to eat and everything. So thank you, thank you for doing that and for giving some such quality to these meetings. But as I have wanted to say, is that it keeps a lot of work and volunteering to do so. So what you, Paris XR and Red XR, gave you the willing to keep doing it, keep giving your time, giving sometimes money to do so.
For NXR, I'm doing this for you are all alone to do this. So all the energy is coming from one person. For Paris, we are 2 people, maybe 3 next month. So we can share the load of organizing. But you need motivation to keep going on.
Yeah, but actually, I'm organizing only 2 events a year.
Oh, it's easy.
It's easier for me because I have no constraint regarding the frequency. So when I'm feeling the envy to organize something, I'm doing it. It's not like we're organizing conference on June or on December. It's like I have time. It's like, I have time to do it, so I'm doing it. So there is not real constraint for me. And it's like, it's more a chance because I'm alone and I don't have to ask people, are you available? I'm doing it when I'm feeling it.
Lucky
what about you?
Yeah. For us, it's every month. So the event is just finished, that we are already starting to think about the next event. And because now we get the habit of having 2 or 3 speakers, so we are all the months trying to say, we have to collect new speakers, find ideas, new topics. It's a lot of energy. For now, we have it. And maybe sometime at some point we'll relax a bit and say, okay, no event. So during summer, it's a bit more relaxed. And monthly events quite energy consuming, but it's interesting to see all the energy coming back from the audience, very happy. Doing event with 50 people, spending some time staying until 11 p.m. Some events are going very late. It's very rewarding. We don't have the same format exactly. For Paris XR, we have, in theory, it's 10 minutes per speaker, and every time it lasts 30 minutes because there are a lot of interaction and discussion with the audience. How is the format for you?
Actually, it's 2 hours, but it's always more. We give 1 hour per speaker, and they are talking like for 30 minutes, and they're answering the question afterwards. But it's more like 3 hours, sometimes 4, because we are going in the bar after that and sharing drinks, and so 2 hours, and most of the time this is like 3 or 4 hours.
But where are doing the event?
Good questions. Actually, in schools or in public places, like the last event was in the French Tech in Rennes. The event that is on a top right picture is in a place we call a Maison du Jeu Vidéo, house of the video game in Rennes. We have the chance to have such a place, so we have organized a topic regarding video games, of course. So I try to change the location every time because I want to make something new every time, but I want also to promote different places. Because it's free, so I have to promote the people which are welcoming us.
What is the format, and you want to detail what is happening during an event?
Well, we wanted to try for each meetup a different topic. So it was mostly driven from that. So for example, when we wanted to do the one about research in XR, we tried to find the best speaker for that. We don't want this to be too long, so we wanted maybe 2 or 3 speakers at that time, and we had a chance to have professors from labs who came to talk. We also had one company called Poland Robotics who came to talk about how to teleoperate robots with XR headsets. So it was really informative. And I think we want to try to keep doing that. Each meetup a different topic. And for example, if we talk about the perspectives, we want I think the next one we want to talk about maybe fundraising, how XR companies could be helped with how to fundraise their project, and maybe have someone from the BPI coming and the French Tech. So
nice. And when you're doing an event, so there is a presentation and the food is on the same place. And for you, you are doing the presentation in a school, and then you have to go out to take a lunch, to take a dinner or a bar. Afterward. So it's different method to showcase or to do a community. Could be 2 locations, 1 location. For us, we also in Paris, it's a bar that has also a showroom where we can project content. Last month we did something on AI, and it should have lasted like 45 minutes of presentation. It lasted 2 hours, and the drink were on the other side of the door. People were hungry and thirsty, but the discussion were going on for a very long time. But we didn't have. It was not difficult to get a drink. It was just a matter of stopping the discussion. So we learned something that maybe the drink should be inside the room where we do the projection and the presentation. Let's go on.
And so you said with Paris XR that you have different meetups. You have one like an after work and another one more in the mornings.
Yes, we did this last year in the morning. So at Unity, we realized that every after work it was more individual people, as I said, that went to the event. It was not company oriented, and we said, oh, maybe we could present something for companies with more innovative content. So we asked Unity, do you have a space available? Yes, we have something at the 7th floor of our building. They say, but it should be companies that are invited. So we try to change the invite. We contact the community, but contact also some companies. And we had, 50 or 80 people representing no more themselves, but their own company. And we had a presentation on the latest shader graph on Unity, high computation, whatever element for XR, methodology, how to do a project in XR, how to do unit tests in XR. So it was very interesting and really oriented for company and project oriented. We'll try to do it again, but we need to find companies that can host this kind of event during the day. And when we say host an event, it means that they have to rent a location and eventually provide the food for our event in the afternoon. It's people that are paying their own food and own drinks. So there is no subscription, no payment in advance. But if
Paris
we are
must be the place, right?
Yeah, if we
it's
want to be
easier
the
for
place,
finding them in Paris.
we need someone that has to pay or rent the location. So it's one of the questions for the leveling up or sponsoring, how to go to the next step. If a community want to go to the next step, but it could be coming from the people of the community saying, we want a corporate event, or we want a very classy event with this speaker, but maybe this speaker want to be paid, and we need to find a way to fund this. For example, for the meetup.com website, we have to pay. As a community manager, I have to pay. And last month, I get in touch with Unity again, and they add the Meetup Paris XR community, Paris XR Meetup inside their own community of Meetup. So now it's getting free for us. So we can get some kind of sponsoring by companies. It could be food, it can be renting, it can be just tooling to handle the management of the event. So it's okay, but it's not enough if we want to go a bit further. What will be the perspective for RenXR? Do you want to go somewhere else?
No, actually, it's going fine.
You are
like this.
happy
Yeah.
the way it is.
What I mean is that, like I said, we have no budget at all, and it's good like this because when you don't make people pay, you don't create expectations. So that's good enough for us. People seem to enjoy what we are organizing, and they come because they are curious, and they come because they want to meet people. And I think the objective is, this is checked. I mean, so we have no perspective. We have no more.
No vision,
ambition.
no perspective.
Yeah, ambition, and people seem to be happy. No, that's okay. I mean,
It's good
that's
enough.
enough.
If they are happy, it's a goal. And for you, for Bordeaux XR, what could be the plan? If there is a plan.
Sure. So I was saying earlier in the presentation that we targeted mostly companies, pro, and maybe now we're going to try to open it up a little bit more to actually everyone, even if it's already the case, but maybe to market it a little bit more outside of LinkedIn. But we're gonna try to keep going with maybe 2 meetups every 2 months. Sorry, meetups every 2 months. But for sure, maybe the finance gonna be a drawback at some point. But we had the chance to have some actors in the community who actually do donations. But for doing donations, you have to be an association. And when we talk about what we do and how the agility we have, because we are not a structured association, it's kind of tricky. So for us, we have been like an umbrella with Actinium Association. But for the others, that's a question we have in mind, and that could be one perspective we have to think about.
So it's a real discussion that we are having to say, should we have this umbrella association for all the meetups? It could help you tomorrow if you want to rent a bigger place for one time. You need almost a TVA number or a legal entity to be able to perceive some donation or sponsoring. And having this XR France association could be helpful, or could be using another association that is already existing, like CNXR or whatever. But it's a real question. I know that we have this maximum of 50 people, and if the bars that we are having currently say, oh, we are closing, we don't have any place anymore, and we'll have to rent a place, and it will be more expensive for us, but we are benevolent, so we are not getting paid for this, so we can't pay for it. And asking money to the member is very difficult because our members usually are students, freelancer, or even employee, but they can't afford to pay 10 or 20 euros for an event. It's very expensive, maybe for the year, but the money becomes very small for organizing an event with this kind of subscription. So it's a real discussion.
Yeah, I see an interest in the umbrella association you have talked about, because there are also legal issues when you are renting a place or organizing this kind of events. Your personal responsibility is always engaged. So if some things happen, and things that happen for the moment, but if some things happen, do I have to pay for the trouble that has happened or anything? But I like this idea because if there is an umbrella association, it can be responsible for all the meetings, all the meetups that we are organizing. Why not?
So in associations that pay an insurance, so there is more cost. Just creating an association start with almost 200 or 300 euro of insurance to be able to start helping other meetup locally. So, and the question is, does any meetup can register to this umbrella association? Should they pay and themselves register? So it's a bit complex, but I think we'll find a way to crack this problem. But so far it's working, so we can stay like this. I think we are almost done in terms of time. So there is a coffee break and after work at 5 p.m. Free. paid by HTC, so we have to thanks HTC. It's a community event, so there will be some CNXR, Paris XR, Rennes XR. We don't talk about WIT, WIIT, it's Women in Immersive Technology or Innovative Technologies. It's also an association for women and empowering women in terms of technologies and market. So come join us at 5 p.m. It will be in the location-based VR place zone, so LBVR. It will be nice to meet you and do some networking more. Thank you very much.